Okay, guys, let's go ahead and do some factoring practice. So I'm going to do the first question on the homework. The first section, I'm going to do number 6 because that looks hardest. So this is 30 m fourth to the fourth n to the third minus 12 m cubed n squared plus 6m squared n. Okay, so guys, that is our problem up here. We're going to factor. So guys, just think with me. What number can all of these be divided by? I have a 30, a negative 12, and a 6. They can all be divided by 6? Great, so that's the greatest common factor for the numbers. They all have m's, but how many can each of them give me at least? 2. They can at least give me 2, okay? This one has 4 to give away, but I want to do the same thing for every one, okay? How many n's can they at least give me? Each of these can at least give me 1. So guys, this is the greatest common factor, 6m squared n. So this will go on the outside, and we're going to go ahead and simplify this. So let's go ahead and simplify. I'm going to do 30 divided by 6, which is 5. Now let me write this out what we have. M to the 4 means m times m times m times m. In the denominator, I have m squared. That's m and m. These cancel, these cancel. How many m's am I left with? 2. So this becomes m squared. How many n's will I be left with? 2. Okay, let's do the next one. 12 divided by 6 is 2. How many m's am I left with? How many n's? 1. 6 divided by 6? 1. The m's cancel, the n's cancel. So that's my answer. Now, guys, if you wanted to, so that means this is our factored form. If you wanted to go back to the original, just multiply. 6 times 5 will give you the 30. M squared times m squared will give you m to the 4th. So you can always go backwards. Okay? So that was a problem from the first section. Now, let's do a different one. I'm going to do one from the next section. This is difference of squares. And you do this whenever you have a number squared minus another number squared. So I'll do number 10. I'll do number 10. And you need to make sure you check for the greatest common factor first. So I have 98x minus 8x cubed. What can these both be divided by? X and what else? Well, they're both even, so I'm just going to guess with 2. Okay, so let's put 2x on the outside, and let's see what's left over. 98 divided by 2? 49, and the x's cancel. And 8 divided by 2 will be 4, and how many x's am I left with? 2. Okay, so this is how we're going to factor this. Whenever you have, guys, you can easily take the square root of this. Let me do this in a different color. You can easily do the square root of this and the square root of this, okay? So when we do that, what's the square root of 49? And what's the square root of this? 2x. Okay, so we're going to do this one, and we're going to do a positive one. And I'm going to show you by working backwards why this is the same thing. Okay? So when you see something like this, there's some questions like this on your Delta math. This is how you do it. Now let me show you why this is the answer. Okay? 7 times 7 will give you the 49. 7 times 2x is 14x. And we got 49 here. Negative 2x times 7 is negative 14x. Negative 2x times 2x is negative 4x squared. And those canceled out. And I'm back to where I was. Okay? So we just got to sometimes work backwards to find the solution. All right? So that's the answer to that one. I'm sorry, say that one more time. Okay, next example, I'm going to go to another section. This is just basic trinomials. Okay, so this looks like this format. You're going to get an a squared plus bx plus c. This is your basic trinomial. And always check for the greatest common factor first. So I'm going to do 11. Okay, we have c squared minus c minus 6. Whenever you have like this, can all of these be divided by something besides 1? This doesn't have a c though. So there's nothing. They all cannot be divided by something. So if not, we can just go straight to thinking of two numbers that'll multiply to give me -6, but combine to give me -1. And if we're stuck, just start with 1. 1 times 6 gives me a 6. Make one of them negative. 2 times 3 will give me a 6, but let's make one of them negative. Do y'all see an answer? This one. 2 times -3 is -6, but if you combine it, it's -1. So these are my factors. C minus 2, C plus 2, and C minus 3. Those are your factors. So guys, just a little remark on question number 14. Question number 14 says x cubed plus 16x squared plus 64x. What would be your first move? Yes, you need to divide everything by x and put x on the outside. And then you'll have this left on the inside. And you can factor what's on the inside, just like we did over here. So your final answer will be x, and you'll have some stuff like this. You'll have to figure out what goes in here. Okay, let's flip to the back and do some examples. So I will do I guess I can do 17. This is a slide and divide question. So number 17, we have 2x squared minus x minus 28. So guys, we are going to do stop making noise. Okay, so we always do the slide and divide method whenever this first coefficient is not 1. That's when you can do the slide and divide, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to do 2 times -28, which is what? Thank you. I want two numbers that will multiply to give me -56, but combine to give me this middle factor, which is -1. Okay, if you can't think of it, we're going to start at 1. 1 times a -56 will give me -56. 2 times what will give me -56? 28. 3 times what? Anyway, you would go down the list. The answer should be -8 and 7. So if you're struggling trying to find your factors, just go start at 1 and just keep going up. Okay? So -8 times 7 is -56. -8 plus 7 is -1. So those are my numbers. So we're going to make them into factors. I have x minus 8 and x plus 7. Okay? So in the beginning, we multiplied 2 times -28. Now I'm going to divide by my a value, which was 2. And you need to simplify first. So does this simplify 8 over 2? Yep, -4. So that's one of them. Is this simplified? 7 over 2, that's not simplified? It is simplified. So once it's simplified, we can go ahead and put the 2 in the front. So this will be 2x plus 7. And that's your answer. If you ever want to go back and check, just multiply it back out and see if you get the original thing. So we'd have x times 2x is 2x squared. X times 7 is 7x. -8 times 2x is -8x. That will give you the -1. And then -4 times 7 is -28. So it multiplies back out. All right, guys, that was it. Any other questions on factoring? This is a review on factoring.